Diary of the End, March 14th, 1953. It's been a decade since the world was consumed by war. Axis powers clawing at the fragile balance of civilization. No one could have predicted what happened next. No one could have imagined the horror they would unleash, and that it would turn on them first. I remember the whispers, the rumors. They had found something, a relic, a doorway. They call it La Forte des Undelchen, the Gate of Infinity. Some thought it was just another propaganda piece, a tool striking fear into the Allies. But when the first reports came of entire battalions vanishing overnight, swallowed by the shadows that seemed to move and writhe on their own, we realized it was real, too real. The Axis, in their desperation for supremacy, had opened a portal to another dimension. They thought they could control it, harness whatever lay on the other side. They were wrong, so very wrong. July 3rd, 1943. The first sighting. A station in London at the time as a lowly courier for the resistance. News came in over the O that Berlin had fallen, not to the Allies, but to something else. Survivors spoke of creatures that defied description, beings that flickered in and out of existence, their forms impossible to comprehend. Some say they were made of darkness themselves, the shapes shifting and writhing like living nightmares. Within days, the same reports came in from Rome, Tokyo, Vienna. The Axis forces were obliterated, consumed by their own hubris. And then the creatures turned their gaze on the rest of us. September 15th, 1943. The war ended, not with a victory, but with a silence. No more guns. The bombs stopped falling, and armies disbanded overnight, not out of peace, out of fear. What use were weapons against those things? They couldn't be killed. They do not bleed, and they move like a plague. They swept across Europe, Asia, the Americas. Nations crumbled. Governments dissolved overnight. The world as we knew it, gone within months. I've seen them. They don't just kill, they unravel you. A man caught by one will stand frozen, his screams echoing as his body twists and distorts. He's pulled apart like threads from a spool. Nothing remains, just his skeleton. May 12th, 1950. We've learned to hide from those things. Those of us that remain were few and far between. The creatures hunt by sound, by movement. They're blind to light, or so we think. Their hearing is sharper than anything natural. A cough, a sneeze, even the sound of your breath too loud and they'll find you. I live underground now, in the ruins of what was a subway station. There are 6 of us here, though we've lost 3 in the past month. 1 taken when his flashlight flickered. Another panicked and ran. The last, well, she just couldn't take it anymore. She walked into the dark, humming a tune from before the war. We never heard her scream. March 14th, 1953. I don't know why I'm writing this. Maybe I'm hoping someone someday will find it. Maybe I just need to remember that I existed. That we existed. There's no hope. We scoured the ruins for supplies, answers, anything that might tell us how to stop them. There's nothing. The few scientists who survived the initial invasion long since vanished. Some say they were working on closing the portal, but if they were, it's too late now. I've heard rumors of a safe zone, somewhere deep in the Arctic where the creatures can't reach. I don't believe it. It's just another story, like the ones we used to tell children to help them sleep. Truth is, there's nowhere left to run. The others are asleep now, or pretending to be. I can hear their shallow breaths, their quiet sobs. The darkness outside our little bunker feels heavier tonight, thicker. I don't know if it's my imagination or if they're closer than usual. If this is my last entry, let it be known. End of the world didn't come from the skies or the seas. It came from within. Our own arrogance. The access opened the door, but we all paid the price. I can hear something now. A faint scratching like nails on the stone in the distance. It's coming from the tunnel. I don't think I'll finish this entry. I don't think I'll see the morning. If anyone finds this, please, don't make the same mistakes we did. Some doors should never be opened.